Looking forward to the playoffs. After yesterday's game, told our team, congratulated them again on what they accomplished over the regular season. But now everybody's back at the starting line. Everybody's got no wins, no losses, no ties, and 2-week tournament, another opportunity to play for a championship within our playoff structure. So look forward to the preparation as we get ready for Friday night's game against Mankato.
Mark, your freshman class has done some good things for you this year. Have they met the expectations? There were some pretty lofty expectations for a couple of them. Have they reached that, do you think?
I think individually, as you look at each one of them, I think they've progressed, they've gotten better. They seem to be more comfortable and certainly more confident they were at the beginning of the season. And the big thing is each one of them has made contributions for, adding depth to our scoring. And so, yeah, I think, they're a big part of what we're doing right now. So they're lugging some quality minutes, making a contribution, whether it's scoring, killing penalties, playing the power play. So I've seen a lot of growth, and that's certainly encouraging, and hopefully it's going to be, another step up as we get into, a little bit more pressure and understanding that, if you win, you continue to play. If you don't, your season ends. So it'll be fun to watch them play in that atmosphere.
Andy. Mark, within that topic, how do you think Abby Rock's experience playing against boys helps her most at this level? Where do you see that the most?
Did you watch the game yesterday? Right next to our bench? That's probably where, I don't know if it helps you or makes you more competitive, but it certainly makes you aware of situations. So I think one obvious thing is, if you play with boys at a higher level, it's more physical, it's probably more competitive. And if you're going to go get the puck, you better have your feet braced and you better be ready to get hit. And so I think, for her having played against boys for a number of years, when you go into a corner, you go into a situation, she braces herself for that contact, having had to do it for a number of years. And, if the other player's not ready for it, that player is going to take a brunt hit. Obviously, we're not allowed to hit people, but what you saw, yesterday afternoon's game is probably one of the reasons I think playing against the boys has helped her, just being more aggressive and having a nose for the puck and going to get the puck and not being afraid to get it.
You mentioned how you like how the closing stretch set up for the playoffs. Is there any concern, though, that you had so many shootouts and close games that might have taken something out of the girls at all, or not really?
Well, I think everybody enjoyed the one we had here in Madison so much, we might as well start doing it again, and then had a good outcome, Saturday afternoon. And no, I mean, you look at the 4 games we played, other than the second one against Duluth, those 3 games, very tight checking, getting some quality opportunities, and, both goaltenders this weekend played extremely well. And it was like playing 2 playoff games, but they happened to be the end of the regular season games. So, if you're going to look for things to get you ready for the playoffs, 3 of those 4 games certainly helps you because, Saturday's game, we're down 1-0. We're creating and had some quality opportunities, hit a couple posts, looked pretty good at times. You're down to 6-7 minutes to go in the game, and, are you going to be able to find the back of the net? And Sarah scores a beautiful goal, and, the next 4 minutes we had a couple great chances. Overtime we had a great chance. So those were good signs. In a game that you're playing against a good opponent, they're playing to solidify second place, so there's a lot on the line for them. You got a packed house, and so a lot of good things came out of that game, even though it ended up in a tie.
Andy. Mark, do you feel you have to lobby for Anne Renee with regards to the Patty Kazmaier Award?
I would say you probably have to make sure everybody understands, what she's done, not only this year, but over the last couple of years, and how special a player she's been, not only to our team, but certainly to our league and to women's hockey. You know, again, she finished her career off yesterday afternoon with another shutout. You know, it was brilliant, especially in the first period on a couple power plays that Minnesota had. And so, you know, you look at her body of work. You know, she missed a couple games this year due to injury, but you know, if you look at the numbers and what she's meant to us and what she's meant to the position, it's pretty impressive. In fact, it's very impressive.
Getting back to Abby for a second, she's shown obviously some pretty good flashes in the offensive zone. How is she in her own zone? How do you assess how she's been, given that has to be a big part of her game as a center?
She's growing. As with any young freshman, you know, I know when I was a freshman coming here, you know, you play your high school career, kids play juniors now, or kids play for these select teams, and a lot of it, you learn about the offensive side of the puck and what to do and how to score. And I remember my first year in the National Hockey League, if I was going to have an extended career, I had to learn how to play in my own end, or else I wasn't going to get on the ice very much. So I think with some of our younger players, they come in within our system, and you know, it takes a little bit of adjustment, but I think as time goes on and practices goes on and you get game experience, you know, they catch on to what we're trying to do pretty quickly. And so with Abby or Presley or McKinsey, I mean, you know, our freshmen have done a real nice job, and certainly when they do make mistakes, Anne Renee, Nikki, when she played for us, you know, has been able to make some saves.
Anything else for Coach? All right.